Check this out. It was all good just a week ago. It's all happening. Every time Jay-Z drops, it feels like a moment, like a discussion, like an event. That was especially the case with his recently released verse on DJ Khaled's God Did, also featuring Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, John Legend, and Friday. Truthfully, titling the track Hov Did would have been fitting as well because Hov did put on a 4-minute masterclass on mind-building lyricism. Sincerely, it's a work of art and awe because it's impossible not to be in awe at all he's accomplished through his microphone. For example, we all know that Hov has reached $1 billion net worth, but I'm not sure he's ever been given enough praise for the number of billionaires he's been instrumental in creating. Something he makes crystal clear when he raps, "Nobody touched a billy until Hov did. How many billionaires can come from Hov crib? I count 3, me, Ye, and Ree. Bronze and Rock Boy, so 4 technically. I mean, if you want to talk about putting people on, how many people can even say that? Yeezus. From mic to plug, the entire verse revels in Hov's signature brand of aspirational rap, his journey from the block to the boardroom, so to speak, something that's inspired millions for nearly 3 decades. It's littered with nimble, double, triple, quadruple entendres like out the mud, they gotta face you now, you can't make up this shit. And breezy, what the business is. We pushing Fenty like fentanyl, this shit is all legitimate. Both spotlight Jay-Z's ascension from illegal drug dealer to clean dope pusher. Mud is makeup designery, a cosmetic brand otherwise referred to as makeup. Can't make up this shit. Breezy is Jay Brown, Rihanna's manager. Rihanna's brand is called Fenty, which is a designer clothing and makeup brand. Hov's in the zone. It's all happening. Now, these are some of my absolute favorite bars. Check this out. I be speaking to the souls of men, those of them willing to die for the existence that this cold world has chosen for them. Kicking snow off a frozen Tim, back and forth on this turnpike really took a toll on them. A lot of fallen soldiers on these roads of sin. For those who make the laws, I'ma always have smoke for them. Now, aside from the multiple entendres, Hov has taken aim at racist drug laws that penalize possession of crack cocaine with more severe sentences than powder, and also alluding to his days pushing product on cold corners along the Northeast Corridor, something he describes in visceral detail in his memoir, Decoded. In the book, he chronicled cold nights far from home in the middle of the night serving crack fiends as a sort of treacherous boot camp, subsidizing his eventual global takeover. He said it sometimes feels like complete disaster is always around the corner, waiting to trap us. So we have to live for the moment and fuck the rest. That kind of fatalism, this game I play ain't no way to fix it, it's inevitable, feels like realism. But the truth is, you can step back and not play someone else's game. This entire verse is an incredible reflection on that journey, using perspective gained from his actual life to hold a mirror up to America's corrupt justice system and the failed war on drugs. Ari Melber on MSNBC did a great breakdown on that aspect of this verse. If you haven't seen it, punch yourself in the face. Definitely worth the watch. But the way Jay-Z exclusively uses elements of his own life that actually happened in his bars grows more impressive as the decades pass. My homie Arturo points that out to me every time we have a rap conversation. Never met a bigger Jay-Z advocate in my life than him. He's one of my favorite voices in hip hop. Follow @HopHeroes on Twitter. He's had a lot to say about this verse as well. Also, in a conversation with Rob Markman, young guru who engineers just about everything Jay-Z drops, lays out the layers and planes behind every lyric. Links in description. Seemingly, the entire culture has dissected Jay-Z's latest stanza, and it was all praise due, so much so that Hov made a rare appearance in Twitter Spaces to break down his brilliance. While on stage with DJ Khaled, Lenny S., the aforementioned Rob Markman, and Ari Melber, One Take Jay revealed he kinda cheated and recited the verse a couple of times before recording. Khaled had the #1 album and Hov arguably had the #1 verse. It all felt like a well-deserved victory lap. Then, out of nowhere, Hov said this.
Yeah, we not gonna stop. You know, the hip hop is young. We still growing, and we're not falling for that technology, whatever, you know, this public puts out there now that, you know, before was the American dream. Pull yourself out of bootstraps and you can make it in America. All these lies that America told us our whole life, And then when we start getting it, they try to lock us out of it. They start inventing words like, capitalist and, things like that.
What?
I mean, we've been called monkeys and shit. I don't care. Those words y'all come up with, y'all got to come up with stronger words. We're not going to stop. We created this music. We did our thing. We hustled. We fucking killed ourselves to get to this space. And, now it's like, eat the rich and think, we're not going to stop, and we're not going to stop talking about it. You're not going to trick us out of it and make us feel ashamed to be successful.
They started inventing words like capitalist. We created this music, now it's like eat the rich. You're not going to make us feel ashamed to be successful. What in the word vomit is Jay-Z talking about? Twitter had a field day with this one, y'all. Stevie Matt said, he really said we made up the word capitalist to trick wealthy black people into feeling ashamed about being successful. That's what it's sending me. Bella Goth, the problem with rich black folk like Jay-Z, Diddy, etc. is that they want to be revolutionary figures like Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, etc., but they still want to have their statuses as actual capitalists. It doesn't work that way. You can't have it both ways. Prince Hakeem, I feel like Jay-Z has showed us who he is several times, and it's like people get shocked over and over again. LOL. I'm not sure Prince Hakeem is wrong about that one. Since the Great Recession, there's been multiple moments where billion-dollar hoes sounded way out of step from the audience that supported him so loyally over the past 30 years. Two quick examples. In 2016, Colin Kaepernick sparked a league-wide protest by kneeling during the national anthem to call attention to racial injustice and police brutality. He was subsequently blackballed and hasn't played an NFL game since. Jay-Z, who supported Kaepernick, compared him to Muhammad Ali and wore a Cap jersey on Saturday Night Live, struck a deal with the NFL in 2019 where his company Roc Nation would advise on selecting artists for major NFL performances like the Super Bowl and play a major role in the league's Inspire Change initiative. When asked whether he'd kneel or stand in solidarity with Kaepernick, Hope said, I think we've moved past kneeling, and I think it's time to go into actionable items. He faced an avalanche of criticism from every direction for months. Then 7 months later, he dropped an album with Jay Electronica in March 2020. Because what do black men in America do when they need protection? They run to Islam. Then, not so ironically, it would turn out that we weren't actually past kneeling at all. Because during the uprisings in 2020, there was a whole lot of kneeling going on. To paraphrase Jay, you can't make up this dookie emoji. One more. In 2013, cultural icon and civil rights titan Harry Belafonte was quoted in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter as saying that he was unhappy with the image of black celebrities in Hollywood and stated that black celebrities had turned their backs on social responsibility. That goes for Jay-Z and Beyonce, for example. Jigga responded to the criticism in an interview with Elliott Wilson stating, I'm offended by that because, first of all, and this is going to sound arrogant, but my presence is charity. My presence is charity. He continued with, just who I am, just like Obama's is. Obama provides hope. Whether he does anything, the hope that he provides for a nation and outside of America is enough. Just being who he is. You're the first black president. If he speaks on any issue, he should be left alone. Be left alone. I guess when you're financially influential enough, you're beyond reproach.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'm personally not upset at Jay-Z, nor do I think Jay-Z is void of social responsibility. To say the artist-born Sean Carter has done nothing for communities that directly support him is categorically false. He's given millions of dollars to social justice issues. He's raised awareness through all the levers of media in which he controls. He's brought other billionaires to the table to support causes close to his heart, and he's helped create more black billionaires than Oprah. Facts are facts. But Jay-Z's assertion that they made up words like capitalist and eat the rich and, most egregiously, make us feel ashamed to be successful screams of an odd, snowflake-minded victim mentality that seems to permeate the high-profile billionaire class. Elon Musk, for example, stated that the use of the word billionaire as a pejorative is morally wrong and dumb. He then created a Twitter poll asking who his millions of followers trust more, billionaires or politicians. Most of his followers said they trust billionaires more than politicians. But in America, billionaires own the politicians. We have a system of legalized bribery called lobbying and rulings like Citizens United that declared money is the equivalent to speech. So how about a politician not owned by a billionaire, Elon? Is that an option? Leon Cooperman. There's a billionaire named Leon Cooperman who's frequently on CNBC. During the lead up to the 2020 election, he was so scared of Elizabeth Warren and her plan to increase taxes on the wealthiest corporations and families in society that he rambled on air until he became emotional and teared up and started crying because
I care.
The point is this, on God Did, Jay-Z also raps, Hove is a real nigga's dream. My only goal is to make a real nigga feel seen. Sometimes it make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intention, the consequences of my way of life. I thought that was a dope flip the first time I heard that track. But after hearing him on Twitter Spaces infer words like capitalist and eat the rich were created to stop black progress and make them feel ashamed of being successful, now those bars sound like a taunt. When wealth inequality is the highest it's been in 50 years, and the wealthiest among us barely pay any taxes, and the affluent are the only ones that truly get bailed out, and Jackson, Mississippi doesn't have clean water, whether it's Elon Musk or Leon Cooperman or Jay-Z, no one cares about the plight of the billionaire. Does Hove really believe that a strong society is best when based on the selective altruism of a wealthy few? Did he simply misspeak? I don't have the answer to these questions.
Static selector.
Oh, that's a palmetto bud. I'm gonna have to get that at some point. Another Saturday, another TBD. Thank you guys for rocking with me each week. I really appreciate it. I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. I'll be here for the next few weeks. I have some family things going on, so make sure you keep me in your prayers. Let me know what you think about this piece on Jay-Z. I had no intentions on breaking down this verse. This was actually something that came out last week, but his Twitter Spaces happened on Wednesday, I believe, of this week. And that conversation, those comments that Jay-Z made really sparked my train of thought when I think about some of the frustrations I have with billionaires complaining about things. I mean, Elon Musk is one, definitely Leon Cooperman. Jay-Z came dangerously close to that, in my opinion, this time. And then it reminded me of what he said about Obama back in the day. Hey, just Obama speaking on something, that should be enough. Nobody should say anything about anything just because Obama said something. I feel like he was literally leaning into that again with this comment this week in the Twitter Spaces. And that makes me feel like, it's very difficult to adjust to social change or social uprisings when you're in a position of power, and people don't necessarily feel like those in power are doing the best to make the best opportunities for all of us. I am not one of the mind at all that believes that, hey, society runs better if a wealthy few are the only ones who have the opportunity to make broader change. I think that it's very easy for people to pay more in taxes. I think it's very easy to make voting rights as effective as possible for people. And I don't necessarily see the billionaire class doing that type of thing. Elon Musk pissed me off when I think about that too, because it's like billionaires are politicians. Well, we know how that game go. The billionaires buy the politician. That's what this system is set up for. So it's almost like a non-starter conversation whenever I hear things like that. But what do you think? Let me know in the conversation. Let me know what you think about Jay-Z's verse. I think it's great. I think his comments this week were terrible, but that verse was fly. And all the triple and quadruple entendres in there, not easy to do. He's been in the game 30 years nearly, and I think he's rapping better than ever. But let me know what you think about the verse at the same time. My name's Justin Hunte. Like, subscribe to the channel, follow at The Company Man on everything. Almost at 100,000. I need 700 subscribers. 700 subscribers. So if anybody wants to help the mission this week, share this video to everybody else and say subscribe to this channel. Share all the other ones that are on the channel too. I really want to get to 100,000. I'm in the zone right now, so I really appreciate you guys' support. Like and subscribe to the channel again. Follow at The Company Man on everything, and as always, it's all happening. This is my mom's mug.